Namaste, my name is Rohil and today I'm going to take you on a Hatha Flow for strengthening. So today's class is going to be focused more on staying in the postures for a longer period of time rather than dynamically flowing through the postures. So I would just invite you to sort of ground down, come into a seated position, maybe closing your eyes, taking a long inhale and exhaling all the air out. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. We are going to take a long inhale through the nostrils, and as you exhale, releasing out of the mouth, making a sound. As you do this, I want you to picture you allowing all the stress and every sort of tension that's there in your life right now to just release itself. So we'll do this 3 times. Inhale deeply, exhaling from the mouth. Inhale deeply, exhaling out of the mouth. Last time, inhale deeply and exhale completely. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and we're going to begin today's class in a child's pose. So as and when you're ready, coming down all the way into a child's pose. So placing your butt on your heels and then folding forward, if possible, bringing the crown of your head or your forehead down to the floor. Here I want you to think about your intention for today's practice. We are continuing with the theme of strength. So I want you to think of your resilience, your strength, thinking back to one moment or one experience or one memory in your life which was challenging, but which you managed to rise above. You displayed strength. And if there were any regrets, letting go of that. And slowly you're going to start walking the hands, coming up. Today we are going to begin with some pelvic floor exercises. So here, from your child's pose, you're just going to sit on your heels and you're going to have your knees as wide apart as possible. If you're somebody that has sensitive knees, I would suggest you to maybe pause this video and get some cloth or something or some clothes to put under your knees so that you don't feel it in the knees. So all we're going to do here is we're going to keep the feet together so the big toes are touching, your knees are going out wide, and you're going to lift up into the air slightly, keeping the tailbone tucked so your glutes are engaged, and then you're going to try to squeeze the knees together as though you are squeezing a big ball between the thighs. So squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Releasing, sitting back on your heels, taking a moment to rest here. So we often neglect strengthening the inner thighs, which are very important for our functionality, for our mobility, and so we are starting this class doing that. So we'll do it once more, coming up once again. So lifting the butt off the heels, tucking the tailbone, and then squeezing the knees together. Squeezing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relaxing. You can bring the knees closer together now. So from here, interlocking your fingers, inhale, reaching up to the ceiling. Exhale, allowing yourself to go over slightly to one side, to the left side. Inhaling up to the ceiling. Exhale to the right slightly. Try not to collapse your chest, so keeping your chest open and wide. Inhaling to the center. Exhale to the left side. Inhale to center. Exhale to right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, placing the right hand on the left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Long, deep breaths. Inhaling to center. Exhale, left hand on the right knee, right hand behind you. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, twisting. Long, deep breaths. And inhale, coming back to center. So today we're going to begin lying down. We're going to do a few exercises for the core while we lie down. So coming back all the way. Resting your head down. So first off, we're going to bring the legs up to a 90 degrees. Throughout these exercises, if you feel a pain in the lower back, I would advise you to place your palms underneath the butt in this way. Otherwise, you're just constantly trying to press your back, engaging your core to press your back into the mat. So from here, we're going to slowly start to lower the legs down. So you're going to lowering the legs until you're hovering off the ground, and then inhale, once again coming back up. So we're going to do this at the count of 5. So 5 counts to lower down. Lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming up to center. We'll do this 3 more times. Lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming to center. These are great exercises to begin to mobilize the core for inversions and other more advanced postures. Going down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up to center, last time. Releasing the legs down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, you can bend the knees, having your hands interlocking. Just massaging your back slightly from side to side if you need to. And from here, you're going to release the legs forward, so the legs are straightening out. You're going to bring the chest up, so you're gazing up towards the legs. Your chest is up, shoulders are off the mat. From here, every exhale, you're going to lift one leg up. So in this case, my left leg comes up first. I lift my upper body and then inhale back to this position. Exhale, right leg, back to this position. So we're going to do it 5 times on each side. Inhale, exhale up. 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 Last time each side. Exhale up. Inhale, Exhale up and inhale, lying back. Once again, you can hug the knees into the chest just to relax for a slight bit. And from here, rocking up and down a few times until you can come all the way up to seating. We're going to go straight into a few cat-cows positions. So from here, you're going to place your shoulders above the wrist, hip above the knees. Inhale up, chin up, gazing up to the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the back. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the back. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest, curving the back. Inhale, coming to neutral position. And from here, we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. So tucking the toes, pushing back, trying to bring your chest closer to the thighs, straightening the knees, shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here for 3, 2, and 1. From here, bringing your left leg up into the air. Left leg goes up. And exhale, bending the left leg, bringing the left leg in between the hands. From here, we're just going to lift the hands up, coming into a high lunge position. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. Just getting comfortable. You can have the hands on your hips or just hands interlocking at the back, opening the chest. Breathing for another 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, you're going to place your right knee down. So the right knee comes down. You're going to bring your right shoulder to trap around the left thigh. So the right shoulder traps around. Here you can hold a namaste, gazing up at the ceiling, twisting. Once again, from here, you can lift up your right knee, straightening the leg, finding your balance here. We're going to hold it here for 5 more breaths. 1, 2. Of course, you can always modify by bringing the knee down if you need to. 3, 4, and 5. Placing your hands on the inner side of the left foot. From here, you're going to once again lift up the right knee, and if possible here, you can fall coming onto your forearms. So coming all the way down onto your forearms, letting your left leg fall over to the side, so you're coming onto the outer edge of the left foot. Breathing for the last 3 breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Placing the hands down, bringing the left leg back. From here, we're going to come down onto a forearm plank. So coming into a forearm plank, keeping your shoulders above the elbows. If possible, wrist in line with the elbows. Keeping the thighs engaged, stomach inside for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can come all the way down onto your belly. From here, hands by the ribs. Inhale, lifting up into our first baby cobra. Keeping the elbows close to the ribs. Breathing here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, pushing back into a downward facing dog. Please do take a child's pose at any time if you feel tired. Breathing here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, lifting the right leg up into the air. Exhale, bringing the right leg in between the hands. From here, we're coming up into a high lunge. So once again, you can have the hands on the hips or the hands interlocked at the back, opening the chest. Breathing here for 5 breaths. 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, placing your left knee down to the mat, and you're going to trap your left shoulder around the right thigh, twisting. Holding a namaste, you can gaze up at the ceiling. And here, if you feel comfortable, confident, you can lift up your left knee into the air. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, placing your hands on the inside of the right leg. You can bring your left knee down if you feel like, and then bringing your forearms to the mat. Once again, you're allowing your right knee to fall over to the right side, coming onto the right outer edge of the right foot. You can also lift up your left knee here. We'll stay here for another 3 breaths. For 3, 2, and 1. Releasing down, coming up onto your hands, bringing your right leg back. We're going to come into another forearm plank. So once again, making your way onto your forearms, keeping your shoulders above the elbows, elbows in line with the wrist. Breathing long, deep breaths here for 5. Thighs engaged, glutes engaged. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing all the way down. From here, once again, bringing your hands by the ribs, or this time, if you feel comfortable, you can also interlock your hands at the back. Inhale, lifting up, lifting the chest up. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, And 1, releasing down, placing the hands by the ribs and pushing up into downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, you're going to bring the knees down, coming into a child's pose, taking rest for a few moments here. Catching up with your breath, just staying present in your own body, being aware of any sensations that are arising right now. And we'll come straight up into a straight arm plank. So coming into a plank, keeping your feet hip width apart, glutes engaged, stomach inside, shoulders above the wrist. Breathing for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Exhale, pushing back into downward facing dog. 3 breaths in downward facing dog. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bringing the right leg up into the air. Exhale, bringing the right knee to the nose. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right leg to left elbow. Inhale up. And exhale, placing the right leg in between the hands. You're going to circle around until you're facing the long side of your mat. So here we're going to bring the toes in slightly. Inhale, head up, chest up, placing the hands on the mat. Exhale, folding forward if possible. Here, try to make sure that your knees are straight. It doesn't matter how low down you go. Also, make sure that your legs are not too wide apart. So the legs should be about 3.5 to 4 feet distance. Breathing for another 4 breaths. 2, 3, and 4. Inhale, head up, chest up. From here, you're just going to bring the legs, the heels in, so the toes are pointing outwards slightly, opening the legs. Inhale, coming up. So you're just opening the legs outwards. And we're going to start to sit into the legs. So this is called goddess pose or Devi Asana. It's a really good pose to tone the back of the legs, the hamstrings, the glutes. And it's actually an essential pose that we should be doing every single day. So you can have here the hands in Namaste or on the opposite elbows. Here, make sure that your pelvis is tucked and your knees aren't falling inward. So keeping the knees back and open. We're going to stay here for another 10 breaths. So try to find your point of focus. Keep going. Keep pushing yourself that little bit extra. You can do this. Breathing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, straightening the legs. Once again, we're going to bring the legs inward slightly, interlocking the hands here at the back. Inhale, opening your chest. Exhale, folding forward. With every exhale, you're trying to bring your hands further back. Breathing long, deep breaths. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, coming up slightly, halfway. You can bring the hands down. Here we're going to move the legs further in. So the legs are only as far as about twice your shoulder width. Your legs are pointing out slightly. And from here, keeping your hands on the ground and start to bend the knees. So you're bending the knees, trying to bring the butt down. From here, if it's possible for you and you feel you are strong in the legs, you can lift the hands up. So your sort of upper body is parallel to the mat. So from here, your upper body is just parallel to the mat. Breathing here for 5 breaths. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Placing your hands down once again, and you can bring the legs back all the way, coming into a downward facing dog. Breathing here for 3 breaths. For 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, bringing the left leg up into the air. Exhale, left knee to nose. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left leg to right elbow. Inhale, left leg up. And exhale, placing the left leg in between the hands. From here, you're going to walk the other hand as well. We're going to try to get into a crow pose here. So again, if you feel that you don't have the strength in your hands and you're not confident about this posture, I would suggest you to pause the video and maybe get a cushion or a pillow in case you fall forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to try a variation of the posture, which is fairly simple. So we're going to bring our legs slightly higher than the elbows. So the inside of our knee should be resting on the tricep. From here, we're just going to start to move the weight forward. So if possible, trying to move, lifting one leg in the air and then the other leg in the air. So we'll just try that first. So inhale, lifting up. Again, if this is impossible for you, what I would suggest you to do is instead of lifting up, just lift one leg. One leg in the air, breathe here for 5 breaths. Then lift the other leg into the air, breathe here for 5 breaths. So you don't have to go all the way up if it's not in your practice. So coming up all together for 5 breaths. Breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly releasing. So you can also play around with this posture by bringing your knees to the armpits. So that's the full variation of the posture. So if you are able to do this variation right now, you can try this where you're trying to bring the knees into the armpits, bending the hands, and one by one bringing one leg. You can just stay with one leg in the air, 5 breaths, or if possible bringing both legs up into the air. Just doing as much as you can, no need to push. So from here, we're just going to relax the inner thighs after that. So we are going to come into a butterfly position. Sitting upright, you can interlock your fingers at the back of the feet and just flapping the feet a few times. So the Baddha Konasana or butterfly posture is really good because it opens up the hips to be able to sit on the ground in a cross-leg position for longer and longer periods of time. It's ideal for somebody who wants to build a meditation practice and finds it difficult to stay still for a long time. So from here, you're going to just clasp your butt cheeks and pull them up so that you're not rolling backwards. Of course, if you find that you're curving a lot in your lower back, you can also use a cushion or something to prop your butt a little higher. From here, we're going to open the feet like a book, trying to bring the knees as close to the mat as possible. You can just continue flapping or you can stay in this position. We're going to breathe here another 5 long deep breaths. For 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Releasing the legs. Now we're going to bring the legs wide. So both legs wide apart. From here, you're going to fold over onto your left side. So it's okay if you can't reach the foot, even if you can just grab onto the shin or to the thigh, it's okay. You're as much as possible trying to not fall backwards. So you're trying to bring your weight forward. We stay here for 5 breaths. For 1, 2, trying to keep the legs straight throughout. 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming back to center, and exhale, reaching out to the other side, to your right leg. Once again, it's okay if you just grab the shin or the thigh. As much as possible with every inhale, trying to lengthen the spine, and every exhale, folding deeper. Breathing for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, coming back to center. From here, we're going to go into the cool down sequence. So you're going to lie on your back. Lying on your back. Here you can either clasp your ankles and inhale, lifting up, or you can even interlock your fingers if that's easier. So interlocking the fingers, try to make sure that your knees are not going outwards in this way. You want your knees to be closer together in line with your hip. Breathing 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Slowly releasing all the way down. From here you can bring your knees to the chest. If possible, you can clasp the opposite elbows of your hands, or if that's not accessible, you can also just interlock your fingers, pushing the knees closer to the chest. This is a great posture to release the lower back. Also, sometimes people might find tension in the hips in this posture. Here I want you to just close your eyes, allowing yourself to sink in to the sensations, to your body. Just allowing your body to relax, not holding tension anywhere. We're going to stay here for another minute. I want you to think about what makes you feel strong. Whether it's doing more exercise, whether it's meditating, whether it's playing something with friends, whether it's reflection in your journal, what empowers you? Try to find that and do more of that. You can slowly release the legs, straightening the legs all the way, bringing your hands above the head, interlocking your fingers, stretching, 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 engaging all the parts of your body. And then relaxing for a moment, your hands outstretched, your legs outstretched. Consciously taking 5 deep inhales and 5 deep exhales right into your belly. Inhaling into your belly, chest, throat. Exhaling out of the throat, chest, belly. Inhaling into the belly, chest, throat. Exhaling out of the throat, chest and belly. Inhaling into the belly, chest, throat. Exhaling from the throat, chest, belly. Last breath. Inhaling into the belly, chest, throat. Exhaling from the throat, chest and belly. And whenever you're ready, you can bend the knees. letting the knees fall to one side, staying on your side for a moment. And then slowly pushing yourself up to seated all the way. Closing your eyes. We'll observe a moment of gratitude, a gratitude for this practice, for your body that has led you through this practice, for the commitment that you have to change yourself, to better yourself. Giving thanks. Here you can begin to rub your palms, creating friction and heat between your palms, and then placing the warm palms on your face, on your eyes, giving yourself a slight massage, and you can open your eyes here. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for showing up on the mat. And yoga as a practice is a preparation for meditation. So I'm sure you must feel a lot more relaxed, a lot more calm, peaceful right now. And it's a great time to actually meditate and to take the fruits of this practice. Thank you. Namaste.